Abusua last month mu ho na McDan, Mr. Daniel Macaulay. Sister na say the fini no McDan abusua ne warehouse. Yeah, they say omutimi ekobu ne warehouse no egu ye. Na abusua ekobu ade gu ye. Ku ga kan ho nsem bebre na abusua area ho sempa because papa ya we businessman na abusua we na adwuma na asa down no official communicate bia empire as to why omutimi ebu papa no warehouse ne gu ye na Black Rasta ba bonte ba be chirim no chirim papa no yenti ebu ne warehouse nyina ne say oye MPP ni or MPP ni say NDC abande ba power no ntino o ma sheda target enkofo a no mo ye friends with the MPP government nkofo no more ties with the MPP government or mo businesses no o ma start target na no o sahene Alexander Afenyo can scribe kasa so no any businesses are all running no say no there are so many attacks on the business on also air running because how politics dirty politics game na if yedi nipa sem ato nchen a yedi te say agrimu fi ene nam no abusua ara ho sem na ntrimu no aba Black Rasta de ntrimu no abre na abusua it will shock you say nkofo bi o mo hye sa ade we ye chi a o ma yese McDan Mr. Daniel Macaulay adwuma all year as a businessman na ebo o man no cry because of to tax and the support o man no ntino all year the aboa o man na abusua nkofo so to o mani asine so no abusua ne o de se menyina aba no chirima so mo nya de o mo ye ya the future is indeed pregnant na and sabi esesa is over media na so NDC for chita for na MPP de o member power this 26 years is a BC 48 BC 68 abusua edit sen kra na there one day and sano ebesisa na esesa Ghana ha hwa de besi no anya asam keto na yekuti ntrimu na eba ya no wi an wache wadwo comment section ase.
He calls himself Dr. Daniel Macaulay. He's a man who loves education. At the same time, he loves business. Sometimes he can be a really tough businessman. When the NPP was in power, McDan was seen to be a friend of the NPP. I remember I had a conversation with him and he told me, Black Rasta, a businessman is friend to every politician and every political party. Any political party that comes into power, people would point fingers at you and say you are a friend to that party. Because we do business. And we need them to make our business work out. But, my brother, my sister, towards the end of the tenure of office of the NPP, it looked like McDan and the party fell apart. First and foremost, McDan said something which made Gabi Asare Ochridakun, the pseudo prime minister in the days of Nana Akufo-Addo, angry. McDan said, and I'm not quoting him, that there were some things that happened which were so bad in the days of Nana Akufo-Addo. And when he critiqued that, Gabi felt that it was a low blow because they had worked with him for all the 8 years. If anything at all, why wouldn't you come to us and tell us? But you would wait until we are out of power or getting out of power, then you come and say some of these things. Many people read that to be that McDan was trying to jump ships and be in the good eyes or the good side of the new party that was coming into power, the NDC. But McDan has always maintained that, hey, I am a friend to every politician and we need them for our businesses to grow. Now, whilst he was the chairman, my brother, my sister, of the McDan group, many things happened under the NPP. What is Black Rasta saying? There was some kind of post that they gave to him, and he was in charge of the trade fair. My brother, my sister, there was a guy there called Raymond Archer, who had a certain printing press and was involved in some labeling and some kind of business like that, printing for his daily bread. In fact, at a point, he was the editor of the Chronicle newspaper. He has over 20 years of experience as a journalist. That guy is 49 years old and he's gone to some of the finest schools around the world. Today he's sitting in as the boss of Iyoko, having progressed to that position from deputizing the man who was in charge, Dapla. Why these long stories? Now, whilst Raymond Archer was doing his business right there at the trade fair, he and Daniel Macaulay clashed. The matter went to court, and the court, according to McDan, issued the statement, which was clear, that Raymond Archer had to move out because where his printing press was not legal. And when he failed to do that, the court decided to step in and say demolish it. So McDan went in with his people with no mercy. He had the backing of the court according to him, and back, the whole building went down. Raymond Archer cried and cried. He was said to have uttered in pain that your party is in power now, McDan. Power is transient. Power will leave your hands. You will see where the real colors are. My brother, my sister, today, Raymond Archer's party is in power. And he is the boss of Iyoko, Economic and Organized Crime Office. McDan just had his warehouse demolished. Long story cut short, demolished. A beautiful warehouse around the airport area. Demolished. And many people are saying that Raymond Archer must also be fingered. He is one of those responsible for the breaking of this. Now I need you to look at the top of the building. It's fresh cement. Can you see? Fresh. I'm going to get to that pretty soon. They demolished it, brought it down, and many people are saying, dog bite dog. Dog niam dog. They say, if thief man, God they laugh. But is it a case of thief man, or do me or do you? Raymond Archer says, no, it's not true. He didn't even know that McDan had a warehouse there. Number two, the day the warehouse was destroyed, he didn't even know. Calls were coming into him. And when he answered some of the calls, he was asked if he had a hand in the demolition of the thing. And he said, what thing? And when he was told what it was, he was mesmerized. He knew that fingers would be pointing at him because McDan and the trade fair meted the same bouquet of flowers to him when the NPP was in power. My prayer was that it shouldn't be do me or do you issue, because we don't want that in Ghanaian politics. We should grow beyond that. And then Raymond Archer gave me the answers. Now the truth about the whole thing is this. McDan and the airport company have been fighting over that piece of land for a very long time. The matter has been lingering in court from the days of the NPP. Remember that before the NPP even went out of power, McDan's private jet company was closed down. Do you remember? And the airport company had to write to McDan for non-payment of rent and some other such bills. McDan was able to sort it out after some days. Now it is said that the land on which McDan built his warehouse belonged to the airport company. And for that matter, airport company came after him. They went to court. It lingered on and on and on. McDan started building. And when McDan realized that he was about to lose the case, everything was pointing to the direction that he was wrong. He quickly went to build the top part of it, increase the height very quickly so that his lawyers would go to court and say, you know what? He has spent a lot of money in building this. Look at where the building has reached. Please, have mercy. Temper justice with mercy. Please. And just allow him to pay a fine or even just pay for the place. My brother, my sister, I am not a lawyer. I don't know how some of these things work. But that is what happened. And when they went to court, unfortunately, they asked for the building to be demolished. So they walked in there, and McDan saw his warehouse come down into rubble the same way Raymond Archer's printing press came down in the same said rubbles. Do you think it's a case of do me or do you? Raymond Archer says he has no power to demolish any building. He is only the boss of the Economic and Organized Crime Office and not a building contractor, not the Minister of Highways, not a clerk in court, not the President of the Republic of Ghana. My brother, my sister, what do you think is the truth? Is this the truth? Or do you think that some things happened underground? Is McDan guilty? Is that why McDan is quiet? My brother, my sister, as we speak right now, McDan is in deep trouble. There are demonstrations at Electrochem in Adan. Remember the conditions under which McDan got the salt facility. He got it from Parliament. Parliament had an emergency sitting, went through it, and gave him the chance under the NPP, his so-called party, as uttered allegedly by Raymond Archer. Now the people of Adan have been giving him fights time after time. In fact, it was this salt issue that brought me close to McDan. And from that time, we've been having some good conversations left, right, and center. My brother, my sister, we are told that a number of people at Electrochem have been laid off because they can't cope with the salaries. And there are demonstrations happening today all over in the media. People are wearing red at Electrochem. In fact, demonstrating that they have been treated unfairly. Do you think that this is going to affect the empire of McDan? Is it a good story for the nation? Is justice being served? What truly is happening? Is it a do me or do you case? Your party is out of power. Now we'll show you where power is. In fact, Electrochem has been disputed, but McDan is so sure that he has all the documents, and if anybody touches Electrochem, judgment death will be knocking on the doors of the state. The people of Adan are giving him a run for his money, and he has told us that he has built Electrochem right from the start, and he is going to be sending out 1 million ounces of salt each year. My brother, my sister, it is the biggest salt production unit in the whole of Africa, Electrochem. But as it stands right now, people have been laid off. It's certainly going to affect production. Salaries are delaying. Some people are not receiving their salaries. What is happening to the businessman? Recently, he had to pay some unplanned heavy money to the airport company. Now his warehouse has been broken down, and now Electrochem is down. Could this be the beginning of the fall of a great empire? Or would this just be a lesson that will become a springboard for McDan to improvise some new things and fly higher? Is a Black Port, aka Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. Dash.